Hey everybody, Anish Majumdar here, career coach and expert in the hidden job market. I hope the title of this video got your attention. I 100% mean it. The four most important words. What are they? How can you utter them in a way that actually gets you the result? And why does it make a huge difference? If you don't know who I am, I would really appreciate it if you could take a second, pull up LinkedIn, put in the word A-N-I-S-H, it's my first name, and the word career. I've been a career coach for over 12 years, and what my team and I specialize in is an end-to-end way of generating the types of job offers you want directly through the hidden job market, way faster than anything else, and we're exposed to what's working and what's not. It's our mission to spread the good word and keep making this change happen because there's far too many qualified people out there that are being completely ripped off and taken advantage of, and it's not all the fault of employers. Part of it is just people not sharing the right information, moving things in the right way. We want to change that. So if you share that, hit me up. Follow me, and every day I'm doing my best to share career tips and advice that'll actually move that needle. Okay, what are the four words? I want this job. And preferably, when you communicate that, making sure that you're embodying that, right? And being able to back that up. Now, why is this important? 13% of the time, right at the end, if you ask an employer, what made you pass on that person? Right? Qualifications were great, fit was great, lack of perceived enthusiasm. This is something that I see over and over again, and I want to call attention to it because I feel like the older we get, sometimes we fall for this trap of thinking every single problem that we are encountering is hyper complex. Sometimes it's simple, and sometimes the most qualified people get and feel bashful, especially when they shouldn't. And the trap we fall into in a job search is we think that talking about ourselves is bragging, and saying, hey, I want this job is bragging, or saying, I've been following this company for 6 years, I've been nerding out, is actually one of the reasons I went into this industry, and being okay with sharing that right at the front with nothing in return. We think that that's desperate, that that's doing the wrong thing. Exactly the opposite. This is something that not only are words that should be communicated in that first interview, in that second interview, in deeper and deeper ways, you should be thinking about embodying that in your body language. You should be thinking of making sure that wherever that interview goes, the other person understands, like for you, a huge part of the payoff has happened in this moment. Even if an offer doesn't happen, the fact that I'm dialoguing with this company, that I'm learning what's really going on, that the insights that I'm getting is going to help me one way or the other, there should be a sense of payoff in speaking with you, right? In a very real sense, you should be embodying the solution. And this is something that I'm not seeing. I'm seeing people spend so much time trying to outthink and outsmart interviewers that they're not thinking about their body language, they're not thinking about their energy, they're not thinking about the simple things of coming across in a likable way. And above everything, it doesn't matter if it sounds stupid to you. I would rather you sound stupid for a moment and get the job than you try to be cool or too cool for school in this moment and blow it over something as relatively minor as this. So how can you support this? How can you make sure that it's going to work? Well, it's the same approach to how you're going to make sure that anything that you advocate for in your job search is not going to come across as bragging, okay? You got to think of it as advocating. Let me give you an example. If, let's say you have a dream salary or compensation figure, okay? You're making $250,000, you want to be making $400,000, okay? I'm just throwing out a number there. How are you going to keep that number from not sounding false in your mind? Before you go into that room, long before you go into that room, sit down and I want you to write out every aspect of the change that you can make happen at a company. Not just what you might get paid for, what you're not going to get paid for. Strategic, tactical, the unique value adds that only you can have. Write it out, list it out, right? When you can see 100 times that 400K, it's going to be easy for you to own that number. But if you haven't done that work, of course it's going to be a reach. Now, apply that to your job search. Every accomplishment in your resume, in your LinkedIn profile, right, that you feel uncomfortable advocating, ask yourself why, right? Ask yourself, is this something that I should feel bashful for, or is this something that I actually need to do some homework on so I can take full, proud ownership of it? A job search is where you need to take full, proud ownership of who you are, what you stand for, what your number is, and why you're speaking to them. Absolutely one of the biggest problems that I see that sabotage otherwise deserving candidates beyond not saying those words, right? I want this job. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited by what you guys are doing. I think what you guys are doing is something rare, something unique here. Here's why. Here's what piqued my interest. It speaks to the larger thing of the more you take ownership of what you've done, the more you take ownership of what makes these people special, what makes you special, the faster you're going to go to an offer. Now is the time to let your flag of enthusiasm, passion, fit fly. And those who are going to get the lion's share of rewards are those who are going to risk feeling foolish, those who are going to risk being judged. Let them judge you. Let them judge you. If someone or a company judges you for expressing and wanting to start something valuable, something as important as the next chapter in your life from a place of power and fit, they were never meant to be where you end up anyway. So don't worry about it. Keep the questions coming, guys, and hop on over to LinkedIn, shoot me a follow if this has been valuable to you. Talk soon.